Incoming storms have the Yuba Water Agency watching the slope and the Yuba River closely after Friday's pipe failure at the Colgate Powerhouse. Boaters are urged to use caution on Lake Oroville because of the amount of debris washing in from winter storms. And the latest on the search for Nancy Guthrie, now missing for a third week.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
A wet start to the week with more storms on the way. The Governor's Office of Emergency Services has pre-positioned storm resources in several counties, including Glenn. Cal OES says with the potential of heavy rain and flooding throughout the week, it has pre-positioned fire and rescue personnel and resources in areas most at risk for flooding, mud, and debris flows. 5 OES engines, 5 local government engines, and 1 local government dozer will be stationed in Glenn County through Wednesday to help as needed. Resources were also sent to 9 other areas, including Colusa and Lake counties. A fresh blanket of snow has fallen over the mountain areas. These beautiful shots were sent to us by folks at the Butte Meadows Mercantile and Resort. They got about 4.5 inches of new snow and are located at about the 4,500 foot level. Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding has a look at what you can expect ahead.
Well, hey there, Linda. We are taking a look from Bald Eagle Mountain in Plumas County. You can see the snow-covered ground here. Snow-covered mountaintops in general. It is coming down hard to see even a few feet in front of the camera. Just a steady flow of snow here in the Sierra, and we're going to continue to see that off and on throughout the day and overspreading into the Coast Range and also towards the Cascades as we move through later today. But especially tonight, early tomorrow morning, we're going to see another shot of snow moving into the Coast Range and the Cascades. Up until this point, the Sierra here, some parts, especially in Plumas County, still seeing a steady stream of snow. So a lot of snow here to come. We're talking about multiple feet in some of the highest elevations, winter storm warnings, wind advisories in effect. We'll talk about it all in your full forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Mikkel. We have an update now on the situation at the Colgate Powerhouse in Yuba County after the rupture of the penstock pipe there Friday. The Yuba Water Agency says it is focused on environmental response with the incoming storms, crews working to contain and remove debris from the Yuba River. Over the weekend, workers installed an oil boom in the Englebright Reservoir and removed a lot of large debris that had washed into the river. The agency says it is working with Fish and Wildlife to monitor the impact and that water testing is underway. Slope stability is also being studied. The public is warned to stay away from the incident site and out of the Yuba River between the Powerhouse and Englebright Lake. New at noon, state water officials are warning boaters about the amount of floating debris in Lake Oroville, while the Department of Water Resources does have crews patrolling the branches of the lake to capture what they can. Higher inflows brought by storms still wash much of the woody debris into the reservoir, so you are encouraged to take precautions when you're out on the water. Tehama County deputies arrested a man for animal cruelty for killing his family dog. Deputies arrested Jerry Haley in Red Bluff Saturday. Witnesses told deputies he killed his family dog, a Chihuahua Yorkie mix, by hitting it with a trailer hitch or something similar. Deputies say they recovered the dog's body from a backyard trash can. Investigators say Haley refused to come out of the house. They returned several times before spotting him in the backyard and arresting him on animal cruelty charges. Today's Unsolved Mystery focuses on the disappearance of Tammy Pitkin of Red Bluff. Alex Rogue is host of a shady podcast, The Tammy Pitkin Story. These videos show how she and her team have researched Pitkin's disappearance. She went missing in October of 22 during a trip to Oregon. Pitkin worked as a real estate agent in Red Bluff and was in the process of getting a divorce. Her gray Toyota Camry was found abandoned on a remote forest road off Highway 20, 30 miles east of Sweet Home, Oregon. In the podcast, Rogue explores all possibilities, but believes the theory that makes the most sense is that Pitkin met with foul play.
What is the theory at this point, after everything you've learned?
She was last seen in Albany, Oregon, which is not really the path that you would take. the direction she was coming from, if you were going to where her car was abandoned, but it's not that far off. She was going to Albany not to buy a lighter. Like she didn't, that's what we have her, a receipt and record of her buying a big lighter at the Rite Aid, but she didn't go to Albany to buy a big lighter from where she was coming. So I think she met up with people that she had connections with to help her achieve whatever it is that she was, trying to achieve by going there. And something happened to her. I do have, some exciting leads that came in last week that I'm going to share on the podcast, this next one. And we were talking solely really about Oregon and the places that she went in Oregon and kind of the history of that with, missing people and homicide and highway predators.
If you have any information, you are asked to call the Lynn County Sheriff's Office in Oregon. Investigators searching for Nancy Guthrie are now reviewing surveillance video from Walmarts in the Tucson, Arizona area, believing the suspect's backpack, mask, and clothes were all purchased there. Last night, Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie posted another emotional video. Jonathan Bigliotti is in Tucson with the latest.
As the search for Nancy Guthrie enters a third week, Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie had this message late Sunday for her mother's abductor.
It is never too late to do the right thing.
Investigators are now focusing on items they believe the suspect was wearing the night Guthrie was taken on February 1st, including this face mask they believe was purchased at Walmart and this black Ozark trail hiker backpack sold exclusively at the retail giant. Former FBI Special Agent Jason Pack.
But this ultimately could boil down to something as simple as who bought this backpack.
Absolutely. We've been able to track these things back if they've used a credit card or cash.
Meanwhile, the FBI announced Sunday it's entering DNA recovered from a pair of gloves into its database.
What happens next now with these DNA results?
If they're able to match the DNA from inside that residence with the glove they found on the outside, then that's where you got the home run.
As the search goes on, so do a community's prayers. Residents are leaving behind personal messages calling for Guthrie's safe return.
The whole world just wants to know where she is and help find her, because I think that's how much people love the family, the Guthrie family, all over.
And the sheriff tells me that Walmart has handed over purchase records specifically pertaining to that backpack, including names going back several months. We have reached out to Walmart. So far, we have not heard back. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Tucson, Arizona.
Over the weekend, federal and local law enforcement conducted a search warrant on a home less than 2 miles from Guthrie's and later searched a gray Range Rover outside a local restaurant, but made no arrests. Oscar-winning actor Robert Duvall has died at the age of 95. Described as an actor's actor, his classic roles included the first 2 Godfather movies, Apocalypse Now, and the over-the-hill country music singer in Tender Mercies. The bald, wry Duvall didn't have leading man looks, but few character actors enjoyed such a long, rewarding, and unpredictable career in leading and supporting roles. In 2005, Duvall was awarded a National Medal of Arts. Robert Duvall died peacefully at his home Sunday in Middleburg, Virginia.